Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to InfraSpace. We're on episode number 4. We went through some recent habitat upgrades. We expanded a bit as well. So between the combination of those two, we now find ourselves not only marginally, but massively in deficit in a few of our basic needs categories. I have a feeling that when we upgraded, the demands became higher because, like I said, it wasn't just a small increase, but it was a massive increase in terms of the demands. Oxygen, food, and on furniture, unless there's just been an update to the game and that set that up. Absolutely, it could be the case as we are in early access, but somewhere between that level up or an update, either way, we find ourselves in dire need of food, air, and the furniture to keep up what we have established at this point. So let's go ahead and work on getting these out there. Can we... okay, that'll work. Oh, highway, that's why we can't get in there. I have a feeling we could do something back along here. In fact, I think we could... okay, let's throw in a little road. Doesn't need to be gravel, but it also doesn't need to be a massive road. Okay, that is just enough food. You can consider that one giant factory of food. Okay, oxygen. Oxygen. Get back to this one. Let's add a little bit up to here. There you go. Let's do similar to what we just did. Let's throw in a road. Right there. Did I give myself enough room? I did! Excellent! Okay, so we'll put a few up there. Then we'll bring the rest down here. Okay, that gets us... I think it must have been an update. Adding a few houses did not do this. They've nerfed the numbers. And we suddenly have a traffic jam. Hopefully that's a temporary traffic jam. That'll get cleared up once the once things are put in order. As in once they catch up on the delivery system. Okay, now green circuits have taken a huge nosedive. Let's double check. What is it? Our green circuits need iron and copper. Hello, iron and copper. Hey, looky what we have up here. We have iron and copper. Let's go with an out of the area kind of thing. Where are those green circuits hiding? There they are. Electronics factory. Okay, that finally gets us back in good standing with everything. Looking back up, yeah, things do not look like they did. Our numbers are very, very different from when we last played, which was only, what, not even 48 hours ago, I think. So there has definitely been an update. This is not about us becoming a town. Now, power is at a bit of a deficit, as are... oh, population. Dang, we're going to have to do more. Okay, well, let's start with the power. Let's start with another solar power array. Can we... I think we can put this in back here. So I keep looking at that going, that should, you know, link up, but it doesn't. It doesn't like it. But that's okay. That's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Now we need power. I think I should have another power substation, like right out here. Research complete. Hey, look at that. Okay, now that actually puts 2 substations out here, but the purpose of this one will be to link that up, and then we can link it up, or we don't need it to link up, right? I don't know. We'll find out. What is your problem now? Road segment too short? What road segment too... Wow, okay. Okay. Road segment too short. Let's also get rid of that one. Make that 1 segment instead of 2, like it apparently was. So, research complete. Let's get in and see what is next. We have just computers left until we are done with all the small town stuff, which means we need to start pushing towards large town. We're going to need parks, we're going to need computers, and we're going to need a whole lot more people, and that is actually currently an issue. And actually, we still have not resolved our power issue. Is that because it's not on the grid? Did I not add it properly to the grid? Let's put in a second one just for the sake of it. Okay, that's just a minor bug. We have 410, we're okay. Population, though, is the next thing. We have unlocked parks. And oh my gosh, the parks are huge. I'm sure that they service an area like here. It'd be nice if you would show me region. What does the park need? What does it do? Oh, it's production. And efficiency is low. Not enough workers? Okay. Not enough power. You're saying not enough power. We have power. We have power. Are we not properly on the grid? Is that... There it is. Okay, now it's all on the grid. For whatever reason, it was not... Oh, this was a separate little grid. That's why. These 3 were separate grids. Our total power versus what was there. It was not a bug. It was my bad. Oh, Drill Sergeant Gonzalez. I was in the Army. Reminds me of basic training. And Drill Sergeant Gonzalez, he'd always say, "My bad. Change hands." What he was referring to was our M16s, which weigh about 7.5 pounds each, and you'd hang on to it from the muzzle with arms fully extended out to your side. And 7.5 pounds isn't a lot, but in time, the awkwardness of that weight, it gets to you, and your arms do really start to feel it in time. Only in time, but in time, massive. Oh, we're going to need a lot more parks than that. We need some parks and rec. And these produce entirely on their own. So why don't we put these out into, I don't know, no man's land. Like a space out here. We could add another road. Bonuses, we can definitely go further along, and not only can we go further along, but we can now bring it all the way down here without running out of space. Okay, now we can maximize our parks and rec. Great show, by the way, Parks and Rec. And we need a substation because and we could put this. Yeah, that covers it. We don't need to cover those rocks. That will cover it. In fact, we could go a little further down and cover some more ground to our south. Will it fit back there? It'll fit down to about here. Excellent. I like these new power substations. Okay, and we just need to link it up to the network right there. And poof! Poofy. Everything should be on the main network now. Yes, it is. Okay, there you go. And that was enough. That was enough parks. Anyway, the my bad change hands was to move your rifle from your left to your right. And then he would do that back and forth. And, you know, he'd stand there for like an hour doing this. And my, oh my, was that an arm strengthening event. You wouldn't know it. You would not know it. But it was Just devastating. Now, you seem to be having an issue, but I don't see why. You're not getting enough blue research, but we are supposedly getting enough blue research. Everything's actually good at the moment. With their updated values, now I think we can start focusing on getting ahead of the curve yet again. So let's start with a large copper mine. Will you reach from there? No, you will not. Can we do this here? Is that going to reach? That is going to reach. And it does actually properly reach. So that's good. It's not going to reach any further. We're going to need a road going down that way. That's highway. Highway's not going to work. We could always take a little side road here and plop down a few at that end. There's also other copper deposits that can be accessed when and where. Okay, iron is okay, not great. Let's put in a little more iron. And I did say we need more housing. Do we not? Yes, we do. We have 596 jobs, but we only have 524 houses. So our next housing development, I think we need to keep this open for research. So our next housing development needs to go in this area. We have a highway. Okay, we already have some roads that are intersecting the highway. Okay, they need power. Let's bring power on over. And we can see just how and where this one needs to go. We'll put it right down here as a substation into that area and then connect that up. Okay, this is going to increase demands again, and we barely met threshold just a little bit ago. So this is going to up the demands again. So let's go ahead and get our next unit on the go. And is it just me, or is this one wide enough? I'm going to put this here, even though it has nothing to connect to, because then we're going to go this way. Oh, am I not going to get something down the middle on this one? I can get one right there. That's not happening. That is not going to happen. I feel like that is a waste of space. Right? We squeezed 3 in over there, but it gets just tight enough here that suddenly it does not fit. So, what do we do about that? What do we do? Why don't we pull these guys back? They can join the Red Hot Chili Peppers and do their thing. Research finished, by the way. We are done with all small town research. Ready for large town scenario. But again, we're going to need 1,000 level 4 citizens. 1,000. We're now pushing 672 after the new housing developments that we've put in. But we're going to need more than this. So let's just keep on going. And I wonder if I should move this park out of the area. Put this park up there. Campus positively. Yes, we can fit in a whole row right there. This is going to increase a lot of demands, but it's going to... Yes, it fits. Okay, we're gonna put this right there. I know. I need to move this. Okay, and silly game that it does that to us. Okay, up your highway. There you go. Poof. Okay. Hey, looky. We have power, and we have a full new subdivision that's gonna push us up to 800 pops now. I have a feeling we're going to need to do something here as well, but let's take a look and prepare for the damage to come. We do need some more investment, oxygen, food. Amazingly, the parks have done it. We are almost there with our home appliances. Let's go ahead and get one more. That'll take care of those temporary needs. The computer factory ready to go. Yowzer, that's going to need some new stuff. That is going to need some new stuff. Let's get... Yeah, microchip factory. Yikes. Okay. Those next upgrades are going to be some work. Let's get some food. Let's get some oxygen in these people. They need it. They need it. Food. Simple farms. Look, new things. New things. Okay, we've kind of filled up this space. Let's now occupy the space here, because we definitely don't need... we will fix that power pole shortly. Okay, that still did not cover our road, our oxygen needs, that is. That still will not cover it. Dang. Okay, putting that back there isn't going to make a difference. Did I do the same here? Oh, I most definitely did. Boom, 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 boom. Well, good thing that was not a monumental error, but let's go ahead and fix this. Okay, we'll fill more of those in later. We now have plenty of oxygen. Population set to 824. We are going to need a little bit more. A little bit more here. We do have all of these ones up. No, that's too far away from our population. We need these to all be down here. Okay, we want a home appliance. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, green circuits, barely covering it. Home appliances, barely covering it. So let's go ahead and up the output. And the initial obviously comes with a little bit of a backup, but that'll cover itself easily enough in time. Traffic is flowing pretty well. Yeah, things are actually looking up. Okay, population growing towards 824. We have 711 right now. We now have enough for all jobs, so everybody's actually working. We still have our little traffic jam here, continuous traffic jam. This thing is just constant. But it is moving. And we definitely took care of it in the danger sense, and as long as we don't add to that traffic jam, it should be okay. And these guys are slowly growing and catching up towards the others in terms of citizenship. I mean, we've got a ways to go, right? We got 555 on level 3, nothing on level 4 yet, because, well, so far all we've done is we started doing parks. And if we start looking around, I'm guessing these guys have parks. Oh, no, because they're not at a high enough level to even want parks. These guys are getting the parks, right? Yes. So parks are getting divvied up, but you can see food, issue. Computers, issue. Computers the main thing. We have not gotten into that at all, so we're going to have to start in on that network here. And I think it's time we go ahead and do that, except power is nearly run its course. So let's go ahead and continue with our run of power out here. Alright, so my first step here is I'm going to add in a whole bunch of green factories, because these blue microchip ones are going to use a lot of green circuits. So, natural progression, right? And the next thing is we're also going to need more copper ore. So, and sand. We're going to need the copper ore for the green circuits. So let's go ahead and do what I was thinking about doing earlier, and that is adding in a little concrete road right here. And then we'll just kind of peel off this way without ever linking up. I think that's gonna help. And then we have the large copper mines, and we're gonna squeeze this thing in sideways as best we can right there. Had it there for a second. There we go. And then we can get one more in, I believe. Okay, we'll have to go that way and then bring the road a little bit further towards it, but that'll work. There we go. Okay. 3 more large copper, and that'll take care of that. Home appliances, as we're getting some leveling up happening, is once again a bit of a need. So let's go ahead and throw in another. Can we squeeze you in? Because wow, what a bonus you get right there, huh? We squeeze it in back here. Is that going to get us a bonus? Let's see, delivery comes to you. There is a bonus there, but let's stay away from the sulfur. Huh? Stay away from the sulfur. There. Alright, phase 1 complete. Computer factories, again, we need green chips, lots of them. We need blue circuits, and something else that we haven't gotten into yet. We'll focus on that in a little bit. First off, let's get these guys on the go. It does mean we are going to need... that's sand, not sulfur, right? I believe that's sand. So maybe that's the next thing to focus on. We need to get that sand on the go, and that is something I wanted to do out here somewhere. I'm wondering if we want to link a separate road right here and run a row of them. Okay, continued highway, and then just side road. Okay, you're not quite adding up with that one. Are you gonna... bring that back just a little bit? There you go. There, okay. Side road. Do we need large ones? Guessing they produce more. That's 6 seconds. 12 seconds. It doubles. Let's see. 3 jobs and 800 megawatts. 5 jobs. So it saves 1 job. Saves 1 job. Power doubles. Speed improvement doubles. So what about the cost? 48. 5. Ooh. Cost is significantly more, but I mean the cost is not a big deal. We produce plenty. But yeah, it saves 1 job. Oh my, this is not what I expected. But yeah, we'll put about here. Nice little thing to see from the road, right? Okay, we'll put in 4 for now. Drive past those giant churning blades every time you come through. Food, a little bit of an issue. We'll get to that shortly as our population's growing. Okay, I think we are ready for some microchip factories. They're tiny! Haha. Okay, well there's one. I like that. Those can kind of just about squeeze into some places. Like this one could squeeze... we could squeeze in a couple right here, couldn't we? Oh yes, we could. Maybe even 3. All those bonuses. Oh, I like it. Okay. I like it. That was kind of cool. We got those all in like that. Okay, let's go take care of those needs before we get things out of hand. Food. Where's our foodies at? All the food is going into here. Can we squeeze food in somewhere? Food is here. Oh yes, we can. Okay, we can squeeze food in amongst the habitat in a few places anyway. Let's see, we have two things. If I were to drop the highway, I could put the little side road here, get those off, and I could upgrade this to highway, and these would each link up on the side roads. And then we could connect the highway all the way over to here. I think that is a brilliant idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's start with our side road here. Actually, just keep that going on down. I should have done that as one unit, but that's okay. And then we are going to upgrade this to highway. And then turn off upgrades and connect that as a highway. Why will you not connect as it the power? Oh, we had it for a second. No. Doesn't like the angle, or doesn't like the there. We got it. It just doesn't like that little road segment right there now. We can undo that. And hey, look at that, it goes straight. And undo this ugly mess. Curved roads just not working so well. Not working so well. There you go. Okay, well look at that. We now have a highway system outside of right here that wraps around, well, I'd say from here. You got our little highway right there, little one-way highway, and this highway, you got just a little sector right there, but it's all the way from here, one long highway. That's gonna move goods so much easier. Alright, the microchips. I don't know what our quantity is, where they even showed up. 0.06 is all we're getting from those four. Yowzer, I think we're gonna need more than 4. 0.06 is probably not going to cover our needs. Probably not even close. So let's throw in at least a few more. I know it likes having them this way, but I don't like how they occupy space when they're that way. I do like how they occupy space when they're this way. Let's see, I can get 2.5 of them in the space of 1. And let's squeeze one more in here before the end of the road. Brilliant. Okay, 4 more. That just doubled what we have. Brings us to a 0.10 at the moment. Now we'll start to look and see what a 0.10 might actually do for us. Computer factory. So it's only one microchip. It's going to use a lot more of the green circuits, and we're 0.3 up on that. It also needs one something else, and I believe that is, it's aluminum. It is aluminum. Where is the aluminum? Let me go hunting. I'll let you know where I find it. Alright, so I found the aluminum, and fortunately it's actually not even that far away. So we're going to throw these guys in here. We'll get 3 of them here side by side. We will then throw in a little section of road just along the patch here. And then we're going to throw in some highway. Hopefully we can get this. Yeah, big whole bridge. That's a lot of concrete, but that's what it's going to take to get it down. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you don't like that? Too steep. Road too steep. Okay, so how do we fix that one? I'm guessing over here is not going to be as bad. Okay, so I've successfully run power out here using 3 different substations so that this whole area has power. You can see this is where we're located, just off the, I suppose what I would call the south end of our settlement. But we've got to get down this hill with our road to be able to bring product back. So we're actually mining the aluminum ore now, but A, we've used a lot of power for these, and B, we still have a ways to go to connect our highway up with the settlement. And so I'm waiting on enough concrete to do the final piece of highway. Now here's the thing, it doesn't have to be a highway. I could build a smaller road for cheaper. However, I need to move these goods. I need to move them fast, and I'm going to do this right instead of having to spend on the upgrade later. What I now know, once this highway is complete, and let's see if this actually works. This one should not result in a bridge. And there you go. Okay, it is connected. It is connected. We should almost immediately start to see something happening with the aluminum ore on... Oh no, it has nowhere to be delivered to at the moment, actually. Sadly, the rest of the goods are way up here, hence the massive need for the highway. But in the short term, we have a few minor complications. Our parks, our oxygen, and our... as everything was kind of leveling up, we ran into shortages of furniture and whatnot. So we do need to add a little bit more. Let's get a little more oxygen going. Okay, good thing that's cheap. That'll bring us out of the brink on that one, so we're good to go there. Okay, we need a park, and we need that. What I'm thinking is I need another, because I can't add to this, the sulfur, the sand, and the concrete. I mean, this thing is backed up as it can handle. It literally cannot handle any more than what we are feeding it. Therefore, I need a carefully thought out production chain near a deposit of sulfur, a different deposit of sulfur that does nothing but concrete delivery. And nothing more. Nothing more. So looking at that, right? Double sulfur, one sand. We could use the large sand, so that'll help with that, but it's got to be very carefully planned out, and we will insert that soon. In the short term, though, we need some home appliances because, you know, consumerism. That is enough factories. Of course, now we have shortages in all sorts of places, just minor. A lot of things that are close. But one major shortage, obviously, short term anyway, is concrete. So we're going to need a lot more coming out of concrete to get what we need. Alright folks, well, what we've managed to do so far is we've gotten through all of the research for a small town, and we've gone through all of the setup to prepare to grow into a large town. Now, we have some shortages that are going to need to be dealt with next time. We have a lot of things that are just below where they need to be standard-wise for our growth rate. But then also population, we're at 916. We need to be pushing over 1,000, so we're going to need to put in another little neighborhood to deal with that. So there's a lot of little things that need to be done with to push from small town to a large town. And one major thing that we need to deal with is this sudden shortage of concrete after we do one mega project, and suddenly our original setup is just no longer sufficient. But also, as we noticed from that original setup, that is our problem area with traffic. So we've got to figure that out. We've got to do a whole new setup. Now, this is sulfur right here. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to set something up coming off of this highway, some sort of network coming off of this highway with sulfur, with sand, making concrete, and storing concrete. And we will figure out something in this network that's going to address a lot of our shortcomings that we have right now. And then, of course, little balancing things to get the green circuits, the furniture, even our microchips are not quite keeping up. We're going to need one more computer station to really properly get that. Right now, it's right on the edge of what we need. the oxygen a little short, the food is right on the edge, and the farms are a little short. So everything is just a little bit off. Of course, we also need to push it to 1,000, so we're going to need a little bit more of everything. So we've got a bit to do, a bit of expansion to do to actually become a proper large town. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.